I'm here to be an all-time great.
You're now rocking with the best.
Purple and yellow, purple and yellow, purple and yellow, purple and yellow.
The Lakers repeat back-to-back titles.
Welcome to the Big Baby Jonathan Sports Podcast.
Oh, he's smoking hot.
The latest Laker news.
Another great Showtime feed.
The greatest Lakers show.
This is going to be legendary for a long time.
This is the Big Baby Jonathan Sports Podcast.
Lakers all day.
Go Lakers!
What's good, everybody? It's your boy, Big Baby Jonathan here. Welcome to the latest edition of the Big Baby Jonathan Sports Podcast. On the line right now, I got Jonathan Mathis from SoCal Sports Chronicle. How's it going, man? Hope all is well with you, man.
Hey, what's up, man? I'm hyped up for this show. There's plenty to talk about today.
Yes, there is, man. And we got breaking news from the NBA. Denver Nuggets center Nikola Jokic, a.k.a. the Joker, tested positive for COVID-19. And my thoughts about it, just get quarantined for 14 days. And if you want to come back, come back. If not, I understand why, Joker. You know, what's your thoughts about today's breaking news, man?
Yeah, they, according to the health experts, and I'm not a doctor, but they say if you're infected, with the virus, that you have to quarantine yourself for 14 days. And the players that we've seen test positive, fortunately for them, none of them have experienced any life-threatening symptoms or anything of that nature. So they've been able to, get back in usual shape, return to good health and get back to normalcy, which is a great thing. So this is concerning for the upcoming season, the reboot at Disney World. It's a bit concerning, but hey, all he can do is hope to get better, and I wish him all the best.
Yeah, man, same here, man. All for the best. And he's in Serbia. Wojnarowski reported that he got it in Serbia, and now he can't. He was going to come back to the bubble, but now he has to wait a week to get cleared. So get better. Hope all is well, man.
And see, all these players are traveling from, their native countries or from different states. And that's a bit scary, too, because that's how you could expose someone to the virus, not knowing it. I told you before, this is a silent virus.
Yeah.
You don't really know who has it until they get tested.
Yeah.
So it's going to be very important for the NBA to make sure they have enough tests to go around for all these players. Because this stuff is serious. Yeah,
this stuff's serious, man. And speaking of more testing, 2 Phoenix Suns players tested positive for the COVID-19, but they didn't announce who it was. And I feel like, because I guess today's the NBA let players go to the facility, get tested. Lakers got tested. Coaching staff got tested. They're going to wait 24 hours to see the results. But for me, putting this here on Front Street, God forbid, LeBron got tested and got positive virus for COVID-19, you can best believe Adam Silver's going to pull the plug on the season. You know what I mean? And that's how I feel. So what are your thoughts about that? And also, tomorrow, before I forget, tomorrow is when players have to tell their organization about not playing or not going to go. And if you hear anything in the news about any of these players opting in, opting out, just wait till it's official. I know a lot of the media likes to throw out stuff just to talk about something. So if you hear anything about all these players, speaking of players that are sitting out, Trevor Ariza sitting out, and the player from Washington is sitting out too. The reason Trevor Ariza is sitting out is for his son, which is understandable. And Botans from Washington Wizards sitting out because he doesn't feel like he wants to play because of what's going on. I understand it, man. I completely understand. So what are your thoughts about all those news that broke today?
Yes. Tomorrow is the play or sit deadline. The players have until tomorrow to inform their teams if they're going to play or not. Tomorrow is going to be interesting because you're going to see the players who choose not to play. And Adam Silver came out and made it real clear that it won't be in any breaching of their contract. Which is a good thing for the players. Now they would lose a small percent of their money for the games that they miss. I don't think they care too much because that's only a small percentage. But I think these players respectively have the right to voluntarily sit out if they don't feel comfortable, if they do not want to put their family at risk. Because here's the thing. You know, you pose a greater risk for your family if you get infected with this virus. Now, I understand that these players are going to be in a bubble city, in a bubble environment. Once they're there, they cannot leave. The NBA has made it real clear that they're going to keep players, you know, confined to that environment. But still, someone could get infected by this virus really easy because, as we've seen, it's very contagious and it spreads rapidly. That's why we continue to see an alarming rise in cases throughout the country. And I think the players are making the best decision for them and their families.
Yeah, most definitely, man. Family comes first before anything. You know what I mean? Basketball second, you know. Because there's two players that they don't know if they're gonna what to do. Avery Bradley with the Lakers, Dwight Howard with the Lakers, and if you hear anything in the rumor mill, don't believe it until it's coming from Dwight or Avery Bradley. Because one minute at Wojnarowski could put, Avery Bradley sitting out. 10 minutes later, Shams puts Avery Bradley's going to play. So don't believe anything from these sports media outlets until it's coming from the players themselves. I learned through the media that the media just likes to create controversy and stuff. So just wait till these players say it officially, because sometimes they could post it on Instagram. You know, wait till these players say something officially. That's what my model is from every player in the league. I'm waiting until like Damian Lillard says something. I'm waiting until Kyrie says something. You know, I'm just waiting until all these players say something officially from their mouths.
Those guys, Kyrie Irving and Avery Bradley, are more focused on leading this coalition than anything else at this point. And I think what you brought up, if LeBron decides not to play, I think he wants to play. He said that in his tweet, that he, you know, is ready to play. And if you remember, Patrick Beverly of the Clippers said, if LeBron's hooping, we're all hooping.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, I saw it 100%. 100%. I saw that, and I agree with Patrick Beverly. But here's the thing. Danny Green, it's right here. It's right here, y'all. He said he talked to Dwight, and he thinks Dwight will be with us. If not, he's still our brother and will still support him. Avery Bradley, I haven't got a chance to get in touch with him recently. Hopefully, I hear from him in the next day or so. Some things bigger than basketball. We have to understand that Danny Green, 100%, Danny Green. You know, it's bigger than basketball at this point. So if Dwight sits out, if Dwight sits out, I understand. If Avery Bradley sits out, I'm not gonna be like, oh, boo, Avery Bradley, boo, Dwight. No. Sit out, do your thing, and they'll still get a ring. You know what I mean? They'll still get one if we win. But at this point, I'm expecting Adam Silver to pull the plug on the season, man. I'm just expecting it. You know, that's why I'm like optimistic still, even though we came to an agreement this morning or yesterday, Players Association. I'm just still waiting for Adam Silver to tweet something or announce something. I'm just waiting until the season's over. Not surprised. Now let's move forward. You know.
And now that Florida is seeing a rapid growth in cases, the NBA is on life support at this point. I think they're going to weigh every option. They're going to carefully consider things before they move forward. But here's another thing that I mentioned earlier when I was joined by my buddy Freddie. And I said this. Why doesn't the NBA reconsider a relocation? Why not go to another city? Why not go to another bubble city? Vegas, you don't hear about a rise in cases there.
True that. True.
I don't have all the facts with me, but I believe that Vegas has seen a decline in cases. the way they handled, this whole pandemic.
Yeah.
You gotta keep in mind too, my friend. The NBA is desperate at this point.
Mm-hmm.
They're desperate to get this thing up and rolling again. They like the idea of plan and starting things back up at Disney World.
Uh-huh.
ESPN and the NBA and Disney all have a great connection. And I guess they feel like that's the perfect fit to have it. It's an ideal environment for the players. But it's risky right now. I don't know where you go from here, but the NBA, this global pandemic has pushed the NBA to a financial loss. And if they don't have a playoffs, they lose $9 million, if I'm correct, $9 million in TV revenue. That's insane.
Yeah, that's insane. And that man, as the Lakers get good, why did this have to happen? Have you ever played Resident Evil, that video game?
Yes.
There was
on PlayStation?
Yeah, PlayStation.
Yes.
There was a part in there where if you get like close to something, you get a virus, and then you get sick, then you pass away. It's like, I was thinking, damn, it's like a video game right now. It feels like we're in this video game right now.
Feels like a movie.
It feels like a movie.
You see this stuff in movies, and now we're living it. It's crazy. You watch the movie Outbreak. You watch the movie Contagion.
Yeah.
You watch all these movies, and now you begin to see that these movies have some truth to it.
Yeah, it's just crazy.
It's pretty horrifying.
Yeah, it's pretty horrifying. And also, real quick, before I forget, you're listening to the Big Baby Jonathan Sports Podcast. I got Jonathan Mathis here from SoCal Chronicle Sports. We're talking about that breaking news about the Joker, a.k.a. Nikola Jokic. He tested positive for the virus, and 2 Suns players tested positive for the virus. And also, I know there's reports about DeMarcus Cousins not coming back, but I think Brad Turner from the LA Times saying that he's still in contact with playoff teams, and he's still in contact with the Lakers. And I have a feeling if Dwight sits out, I feel like we're going to go get Boogie. Either way, if Dwight comes back or not, I think we're going to roll Boogie. You feel me? So what's your thoughts about DeMarcus Cousins coming back to the Lakers? Do you see him coming back, or do you see him going somewhere else?
This would be a chance for Boogie Cousins to revamp his career. Mm-hmm. Hopefully he's rejuvenated. Hopefully he's back to, playoff form. Mm-hmm. I think that would be a great pickup for the Lakers if Dwight Howard decides to sit. Remember, the reason they acquired Dwight Howard in the offseason was because of Boogie Cousins' injury. Mm-hmm. And then that led them to release him. Mm-hmm. So now they have a chance to possibly bring him back if Dwight Howard decides not to travel to Florida and join the Lakers to, resume the season. I like Boogie Cousins. I think he's an interior threat. He has a lot of size. He has a lot of physique. He's a great post player. He's a solid defender in the post. With his ability to help space the floor, that'll create more shots for Danny Green, for LeBron James, for everyone on that team, because he makes everybody around him better. Just his presence alone. So I think that would be a great acquisition for the Lakers if they can get him. I don't see any other team that's interested in him. I think they don't really want to take a chance. They probably feel that it's not worth the gamble because he is injury prone. And that's probably why they're hesitant on whether or not they want to make that move.
Yeah, 100%, man. DeMarcus Cousins, man, if he comes to be a Laker again, because we're in contact with him, you know what I mean? And like I said, we'll find out tomorrow if everybody's going to play or not, or I think we'll find out tomorrow. You know what I mean?
Oh, we will. Tomorrow.
And I'm going to put this here on front. Hold on. Sorry to cut you off. Put this here on Front Street, Laker fans. If Dwight Howard or Avery Bradley sit out, don't bash them. Don't disrespect them. It's bigger than basketball. They have their reasons. They're doing what's best for them. They're going to do what's best for their family. If they feel like they need to sit out and stand what's right, then do their thing. I'm not going to be like, So Laker fans just don't disrespect Dwight or Avery Bradley if the news comes out. You know what I mean? We'll see, man. You never know. So just be respectful of their decision, guys. 100%. What you think?
Yes, I think you have to respect their decisions. I mean, it's not an easy choice by any means.
Mm-hmm.
This is their livelihood, basketball. But like you said, there's bigger issues in this country right now. We're in the middle of a pandemic,
Mm-hmm.
a global pandemic. You have seen many lives lost.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people are sick, fighting this infectious disease.
Yeah.
And then you are also in the middle of all these protests that's going on across the country, as people are fighting for justice in this country, and are supporting the Black community. So there's just a lot that's going on right now. But I think why the vast majority of people want basketball back is because it will create some sort of distraction.
And that's the thing that Dwight was talking about on CNN. He thinks that if the NBA comes back, it's going to be a distraction of what's going on. I agree with Dwight 100%. You know what I mean? I saw a CNN video on YouTube and stuff, and I agree with Dwight 100%. You know what I mean? And if these players sit out, I'm not going to get mad. Things need to change in this world 100%. 100% they need to change. You feel me?
Yeah, but sometimes we need a distraction to shift the focus away from the negativity that's going on in this country as well, too.
Yeah, that's true. But here's the thing I want to bring up, and we talked about it on the phone yesterday. Somebody in the comments say that Jeanie Buss's disrespectful letter was fake. Some fans were saying it's fake. Are you serious? Really, you gonna say that letter's fake? How is it fake? I don't understand. Why it said disrespectful stuff, and the person that wrote it said disrespectful stuff. I'm gonna bring it up. I'm gonna say it on here, but
you won't repeat it. Yeah,
won't repeat it. That person that said that should be banned from being a Laker fan, and you don't say that in the comments. Come on now, well, why? And some people say that Jeanie Buss wrote it. Why would she write it? Why would she write it, telling herself that to herself, and then saying that about Kobe? That's something that's been bothering me for the last 2 days. You know what I mean? So people in the comments on Jeanie Buss's Instagram, leave her alone. You feel me? Leave her alone. What are your thoughts about that, man? Because I saw it in the comments, and that pissed me off.
People's willful ignorance continues to amaze me. Jeanie Buss is a class act.
Mm-hmm.
She is a woman of generosity. She is a beloved owner here in Los Angeles. She has done a tremendous job following her father's footsteps.
Yep, facts.
And she has helped, build this organization to bring it back to elite, greatness. If that makes sense to you.
Yes, it does, and 100%. Jeanie Buss, if you listen
to
this,
say that she wrote something like that is utterly preposterous
and blasphemous too.
It is blasphemous, and for a person to say something like that, to even have that frame of thinking, is just stupid.
Yes, very stupid.
Are you that mentally unsound to even form your mouth to say such a thing? Because I don't think she would take the time out of her day to write a letter and make it seem like somebody else wrote it. And why would she do that in the first place? To make people feel sorry for herself, or to try to get her message conveyed about racism in this country? No, if she wanted to do it, she'll use her platform more wisely, and she will come up with other ideas to raise awareness, not write a fake letter and post it to social media and say, hey, look what this guy wrote today. No, she was sharing what some ignorant fan said to her. A very racist, probably a guy who's living in mom's basement, you know, with no life, and probably, you know, hiding in the closet or something, trying to figure out what to do with his life.
Yeah, 100%.
You know,
yeah.
Why would she make anything up like that? She wouldn't do that. No, that's crazy. And that guy needs to get off the internet because he publicly shamed himself. And how dare he say something like that? How dare you even think to say something that foul? I mean, these people out here, man, on this internet, the internet gives these people, you know, the ammunition, and they give them the authority to sound intelligent.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sorry, but this is not Facebook University. This is, you know, a place of stupid, ignorant people that don't have a life, and they just have to say something to feel better about themselves.
Yeah, you know, that pissed me off when I saw the comments. I'm like, are you serious? Like, what? Why? Like, first of all, why would she write it? Like, no, supposedly, oh, she wrote it. If people in the comments were saying that it's fake and she wrote it, why the hell would she write it and talk about Kobe? You know, if people say if she wrote, nah, fuck that, she didn't write that. It got sent to her. You know, man. People in the comments, man, leave Jeannie Buss alone. You feel me, Jeannie Buss? If you're listening to this, I got your back, 100%. Laker Nation has your back. Jonathan Mathis has your back. All my family has your back. So keep striving for greatness. Keep doing your thing, Jeannie Buss. You know, strive for greatness. Block out the haters. Keep doing your thing. You know, I'm gonna end this Big Baby Jonathan Sports Podcast. I want to thank Jonathan Mathis for always coming in each and every Tuesday. Really appreciate it, man. Talk to you next Tuesday.
Talk to you next Tuesday, my friend. Always a pleasure.
All right, sounds good. Take care.
Take care.